Greetings, my fellow human beings. We are back with another video. Glad to be back. Glad to have you here. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep being consistent. We're going to keep posting. None more, none less. Make sure you're a better you. If you ain't learned shit today, I'm glad we met. I got you. But as you can tell by the title, we got a lot to talk about with James Harden. And before I get into that, I was looking on my news feed, and I watched that AD interview with Shams. I don't know how you say his name, and they were talking about the Defensive Player of the Year. See by this video right here.
How much in the thick of it do you feel like you are for those awards?
Yeah, Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know. I mean, it looked like it's gonna go. I don't know. I think.
Do you agree Wemby's going to get it?
I feel like the narrative is being pushed for Wemby to get it, right? Obviously, he's averaging like 4 blocks or something crazy like that. But then it goes back. Are we talking about just blocks? Because then I should so. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, 80. You not winning that shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, 80 is a defensive prowess. Like, I'm actually surprised he didn't win in the previous years, you know? But, nigga, you ain't winning this shit. Bro, Victor Wembanyama is getting like 7 blocks a game. He's probably getting 10 some games. The nigga's averaging these crazy amount of stats, especially on the defensive end. 80, you ain't winning that shit. Now, I'm not saying you're not a defensive, like, you're a defensive player. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're nice on defense, but, bro, who's giving you Defensive Player of the Year? Who's giving anybody Defensive Player of the Year over Wemby? The nigga's averaging 4 blocks, 3 blocks a game. So that means he's getting at least 3 blocks on a bad night. That's exactly what the hell that means. You ain't winning that shit, bro. I don't know how they gave that shit to Rudy Gobert for 3 straight years. I don't know. He seems very fraudulent. Like, they really gave it to Rudy for 3 years straight. Ain't that some shit? But you can't really, I don't know. Like, that's why with awards, bro, it's really hard having debates because that shit be rigged sometimes. Like, Defensive Player of the Year, all type MVPs, like, it's like you make electoral votes on who actually should be it. At the end of the day, your vote doesn't matter because they're gonna pick whoever they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, we seen it with Marc Gasol winning Defensive Player of the Year, and he was on the second defensive All NBA team, and LeBron was first. Completely robbed him. Then I was hearing the rumor that D-Wade got robbed. D-Rose MVP year, some shit like niggas is gonna get robbed. Somebody gonna get snubbed. Shit. Speaking of the All-Star game, snubbed for real. Snubbed for real. Like, you see how your votes don't matter anymore? They over here patching shit. Why is LaMelo not the starting point guard? I mean, I understand it. I understand it from the perspective of him, this game, like the team he's on, they're not winning games and shit. But votes don't fucking matter, apparently. Nigga, did you see Stephen Curry being the starting point guard on the All-Star game? Your vote don't matter, bro. Because at the end of the day, no, they're not going to put a person they're not going to put Ja, they're not going to put a person that's actually dominating on the they're not going to do that shit because the nigga from San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? It's favoritism shit, bro. It's levels, bro. It's politics. You gotta love it. But nah, bro. That's why they call it politics. Oh shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. But to James Harden, man, we gotta shit, I need water. Only if y'all was to know what I'm dealing with right now, bro. Bullshit. I tell you that. Bullshit. But gotta love it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Fuck it. But yeah, we gotta get props to James Harden, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of knew it myself too because of the positions he was in, but I don't think James Harden was ever washed. Like, James Harden was never like depleted. His game didn't deplete. I think it was just him not being the number one option. Uh, didn't make him who he was anymore. Like, you got to think about it, y'all. Outside of him killing this year and doing what he got to do, his last year moving this way was what? Rockets. Why? Because he was the number one option. Now, in between the times when we all thought James Harden was wise, James Harden ain't have it anymore. James Harden ain't James Harden. He goes to Brooklyn. You have two other ball dominant players on your team that you have to work around and balance out. That don't really mesh. Then what? He went to Philly. Joel Embiid needs the ball 95% of the time. And also, he's the franchise player. You know what I'm saying? So he can, and you had Tyrese Maxey being a come up point guard, their young future star. Like, he had to play middleman. You feel me? Like, James Harden ain't no fucking middleman. You feel me? Like, that shit crazy. James Harden, that nigga, bro, CP and James Harden, they like the most winning, losing ass niggas I ever seen. Cause, bro, I don't ever remember James Harden missing the playoffs. Like, he's always gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to get a team to the playoffs. I'd say single-handedly, it's proven. You know, like, shit is proven. And he doesn't have a chip. That shit crazy. But I also feel like it's, you know, his play style too. Like, bro, nigga, if you gonna have the ball the whole time in your hand and the team is working around you, all we have to do is stop you. You feel me? Like, that's why I feel like he never really made it that far with his gameplay and shit. Like, that definitely got to be a factor for sure. But, bro, James Harden ain't going nowhere, bro. The Clippers are doing what they got to do. Who else thought the Clippers might have been sorry? I kind of did, but I didn't think the Clippers were gonna be sorry, but I didn't expect them to fight back how they fighting back. If that makes sense. Like, bro, these niggas is what, top 5 seed in the West? On top of that, they ain't even had a best player for 3 months. That was another reason why I thought they were gonna be kind of sorry. But James Harden humbled niggas and showed niggas that, yo, bro, I'm the winner. I am the system. I respect it. I fucking respect it. I respect it wholeheartedly, my nigga. Like, that shit is proven, for sure. Like, shouts out to James Harden and them. It's really James Harden and them. This nigga just dropped 40, ruined my whole parlay. They almost beat the Celtics. You feel me? Like, he's a demon, bro. Like, and it's wild because, like, we get to see the Intuit Dome. I ain't gonna call it so early, but it's looking like these niggas gonna make the playoffs. So for them to do that they first year pulling up, that's some solid shit. That nigga James Harden ain't go nowhere. James Harden ain't go nowhere, y'all. Y'all better put some respect on his name. Like, bro, he know how to hoop. The nigga know how to hoop. Like, we shitting on his defense. I remember at a point in time he was averaging like 2 steals. We're shitting on his defense. Guys, the man averaged 37 in a season. Had more 30 points per game consecutively than Kobe. I mean, I tell niggas, like, from my eyes, I think this is literally the best scorer that the league has ever seen. I know everybody wants to say KD, the Kobe's, the Mikes. They imprinted the standard. Excuse me. They imprinted the standard of the peak of scoring, but I think James Harden cracked the code. Like I said, we're talking about a person that had the NBA change the rules. We're talking about a person that literally created a step back. The man created a step back. Everybody and their mother used a step back. Ain't that a bitch? Him himself. Mind you, this nigga started as a 6-man. The guy that damn near is the most revolutionized, influenced person, athlete, NBA player in the league was a 6-man. A 6-man literally changed the game. Now, if you look at it, like, that's pretty crazy to say. I'm not gonna say the odds were stacked up against him in the beginning of his career, but it was like the nigga wasn't seen as a superstar. He was a good ass role player. You feel me? Like, you gotta give credit where it's due. And last time I checked, bro, we could shit on Harden all we want. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, when it came to the healthy Warriors, that Avengers team that had a starting 5 Hall of Fame team, like, when it came to them, their biggest comp was the Houston Rockets. One thing I can remember back when that super team was relevant, outside of them never losing finals, you know what I'm saying? Like, just OPing and running through the whole West, they had a speed bump when they played the Houston Rockets. Granted, they did not beat them ever, but who are we to say if CP was not hurt, what would happen? Who are we to say? You know what I'm saying? Like, they were putting pressure on them niggas for sure. So we got to give credit where it's due, bro. This nigga's still winning. James Harden is still winning, bro. That's crazy. Shout out James Harden, man. But that'll be it for this video. We going to pull more. We ain't going to fuck around. No cap.